Now we're going to take a few moments to cover the 3 movements that you'll see on your first day: the ring row, the push-up, and the squat. Okay, so for the first movement we're going to do is cover the ring row, and again, that's a substitution for an actual pull-up, but it works the pull-up, and it allows us to progress to eventually do a full pull-up on the bar. But to do so, we want to actually incorporate our midsection, or our core we often hear about. So there's a couple components here. We're going to grab the rings, we're going to take about a step back from the rings, and as we step back, every time we do take a step back, it makes the movement a little bit easier. So from here, what we're going to have you do is you're going to lean back on your heels. Simply lean back, extending those arms. So you can see my body is in a very rigid position. I'm not slooping down here, I'm not overarched here, I'm as tight as I can, and to do so I just squeeze my glutes. And from here, I'm going to pull up our arms so that our thumbs touch our upper body, and then we straighten our arms all the way. So that is the movement of the ring row. And again, the more you step forward, the harder the movement gets. Okay, so we can take somebody on their first day and make the movement challenging for them. We can also make someone that comes in and thinks there's no way I'm going to do a pull-up, and instantly within a few seconds of instruction, again here, you'll be able to, in fact, do a ring row or a pull-up. Everybody's able to do it on the first day, and so we don't have any concerns or worries there. So that is the ring row. So hands are generally about shoulder width apart, slightly wider, so that as I lay down, my hands would basically be even with my armpit. From here, I'm going to squeeze my glutes, get my whole midsection tight or in that plank position, and simply push up from there. So my arms, elbows go fully extended, chest touches the ground, arms fully extended. Again, we realize that a lot of people, when they come into our gym, that they're unable to do either one push-up or a number of push-ups. Maybe they can do one, but to do a number of them is much more difficult. So what we do is we can scale that movement so that everybody can do the full amount of reps. And we use these bars here on our equipment. And we simply raise that up so we're in the same exact plank position. As you can see, it's the same motion that I was just in, except now the ground is raised. And so from here, again, I'm going to lower down so my chest touches the bar, and then my arms go extended. But now the amount of weight I actually have to push up is much less than myself doing it on the ground. And again, these are easily moved and scaled so that no matter where you are in your push-up positioning or where you are strength-wise, you'll be able to do this motion. Again, working on that, keeping that upper body rigid, but extending and opening up. Our third movement is a squat, and as explained earlier, it's simply getting up and down out of a chair. That's all it really is. So that's how we actually start a lot of people on our first day, is to have them sit down on a bench or one of our boxes. We go over proper feet positioning, okay, about shoulder width apart, toes pointed slightly out, shin nearly straight up and straight down. Okay, and from here we want to get that upper body, because again, you don't hear people hurting their legs when they get up, it's always hurting their backs. So we want to really make sure that back is in a good position. So from here we have people raise their hands, and you simply stand up out of this position. Then you're going to lower yourself back down and then stand up. So we can see as we take you forward and you lower back down, the motion is very similar. Okay, and as you progress in the squat, you'll get lower and lower down. So this is just the normal standard, but eventually we'll lower you 3 or 4 inches below the bench in a free squat positioning. So you're here and then coming all the way up, opening the hips. And that is the squat. All right, so those are the exercises that you'll see on your first day, and we hope to see you in soon to try it out.